Executive of the National Book Trust of Uganda, Charles Batambuze, says if passed in its current form, the Anti-Counterfeit Bill 2010 could stifle access to education materials. Batambuze, who is an expert on intellectual property rights and human rights, is pushing for a clear definition of the counterfeit, especially in the education sector. He warns that instead of citing criminal sanctions, there should be an introduction of a user fee that photocopiers could pay. Uganda has not taken advantage of the flexibilities provided in the Trade-Related Intellectual Property or TRIPS agreement, and this could impede access to education materials. Activists also warn that the proposed anti-counterfeit law could affect the right to education. The bill, now before the Parliamentary Committee on Trade, prohibits the manufacture, trade and release of counterfeit products into the channels of commerce.
It will be very illegal for anybody to copy. Even you would not copy for private use as a private citizen. If you're a student, it would be illegal for you to copy.
Unlike the Anti-Counterfeit Bill, the Copyright Act makes provisions for fair use, where one can photocopy for personal use but not for profit. The National Book Trust of Uganda is concerned that the Anti-Counterfeit Bill could have a chilling effect, especially on access to higher education.
If anybody makes something that is substantially similar to the original, then such a person has violated copyright, or they have violated intellectual property right.
It's estimated that 80% of the books in primary schools and 60% at secondary level are produced by local authors. But that percentage dwindles heavily at higher institutions of learning. Director of Uganda Registration Service Bureau, Juliet Nasuna, says Uganda has to protect its manufacturers who have put their mind to create.
So once you have protected the creator, and there's abundance of creations, then you can donate.
These concerns were raised on marking the World Book and Copyright Day, when tribute is paid to authors and to encourage people to discover the pleasure of reading. It is hoped that this will lead to renewed respect to those who have made irreplaceable contributions to social and cultural progress. Zahra Namuli, NBS Television.